What does luxury look like when you control one of the largest nations on Earth? When your every move shifts global markets, your word can spark wars. And your wealth, hidden behind layers of secrecy, is said to rival that of kings? Welcome to the secretive, extravagant world of Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, a man both feared and fascinated by millions. To the West, he's a cold strategist, the ultimate strongman. To his supporters, he's the guardian of Russia's pride. But beyond politics and power lies a life few have ever seen. One of palaces worth billions, yachts that dwarf cruise ships, private jets that fly like airborne fortresses, and a lifestyle so opulent it feels closer to legend than reality. For over 2 decades, Putin has ruled Russia with an iron fist. And behind the Kremlin's stone walls, he's built not just political dominance, but a personal empire of unimaginable wealth and luxury. So, what does the life of the world's richest president honestly look like? How does a former KGB spy live like a modern-day czar? Let's step inside his world, where secrecy meets splendor and power becomes the ultimate currency. From spy to sovereign, Vladimir Putin's story begins far from the marble corridors of the Kremlin. Born in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, in 1952, he was the son of a factory worker and a war veteran, a child of post-war hardship. He grew up in a cramped communal apartment, surrounded by the echoes of a Soviet Union still recovering from devastation. But even as a boy, Putin stood out, quiet, disciplined, and driven. Martial arts became his first obsession. He trained relentlessly in judo and sambo, earning championship titles across Leningrad. It wasn't just sport to him, it was strategy. Judo taught him patience, leverage, and control, lessons he would one day apply to politics. After earning a law degree from Leningrad State University in 1975, he joined the KGB, the Soviet Union's most elite intelligence agency. There, in the shadows of Cold War espionage, Putin honed his skills in manipulation, information, and survival. By 1985, he was stationed in Dresden, East Germany, where he witnessed the fall of the Berlin Wall and the crumbling of Soviet influence. It was a turning point. The young officer saw what happens when a superpower loses its grip. He vowed that Russia would never fall like that again. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Putin left the KGB, but not the mindset. He returned to Leningrad and entered politics, becoming an aide to the city's first democratic mayor, Anatoly Sobchak. His efficiency and loyalty caught attention fast. By 1996, he was summoned to Moscow, joining President Boris Yeltsin's administration. Within 3 years, Putin climbed to the pinnacle of power, head of the FSB, the KGB's successor, then Prime Minister. And when Yeltsin resigned on December 31, 1999, Vladimir Putin became the acting president of Russia. In 2000, he was officially elected president, and a new chapter in Russian history began. The rise of a leader who would redefine power, politics, and wealth in the 21st century. The Black Sea Palace. The Black Sea Palace stands as the most extravagant symbol of Vladimir Putin's rumored fortune. A monument to power and secrecy, perched on the cliffs near Gelendzhik, overlooking the shimmering waters of the Black Sea. Estimated at $1.4 billion, this colossal 190,000 square foot estate has been described as a private kingdom hidden behind walls of luxury and denial. Inside, the palace is pure imperial opulence, gilded ceilings, marble staircases, and chandeliers heavier than cars. Italian furniture lines grand halls, while private theaters, casinos, and hookah lounges entertain the elite. Beneath the surface lies an underground hockey rink and a vast wine cellar filled with rare vintages worth millions. Outside, the Versailles-inspired gardens, vineyards, and even a Japanese tea house whisper wealth and exclusivity. Protected by no-fly zones, tunnels, and round-the-clock security, its actual ownership remains cloaked in offshore networks. Yet for many Russians, Putin's palace has become more than a rumor. It's a symbol of the staggering wealth, mystery, and absolute control that define his reign. Luxurious travel. When Vladimir Putin travels, luxury and power move with him, in the air, at sea, and on land. His journeys aren't mere logistics, they're carefully staged demonstrations of dominance and prestige. In the skies, Putin commands his Ilyushin Il-9 Pu, a $500 million flying fortress often called the Air Kremlin. This custom-built aircraft, one of 4 in his fleet, fuses opulence with state-of-the-art defense systems. Inside, gold accents glimmer under soft lighting, mahogany panels frame the walls, and hand-stitched leather seats surround a full-sized conference room. There's even a marble bathroom and a private bedroom, designed to mirror the comfort and authority of his Kremlin office. The jet's encrypted communication network allows him to command Russia's nuclear arsenal mid-flight, ensuring he remains in control, even at 40,000 feet. When he lands, the spectacle unfolds with cinematic precision. Red carpets, honor guards, and convoys of black Urus limousines rolling to his side. But Putin's empire doesn't stop in the sky. It sails too. His rumored $700 million superyacht Scheherazade, stretching nearly 460 feet, is one of the most luxurious vessels ever built. Hidden behind layers of secrecy, the yacht features 2 helipads, a spa, a pool that transforms into a dance floor, and a ballroom lined with marble and gold. On land, Putin rides in the Urus Senate, a 7-ton armored limousine built in Russia. It's a moving fortress, bulletproof, blast-resistant, and impenetrable, yet crafted with the refinement of a royal carriage. Every movement, every journey, from jet to yacht to car, is a choreographed display of Russian power, a statement to the world that Putin doesn't just travel, he commands every horizon. The President of Power. By 2025, Vladimir Putin will stand as one of the most dominant and enduring figures in modern political history. Having ruled Russia for over 25 years, his leadership has reshaped not only his nation, but the very balance of global power. His governance blends military strength, economic control, and a relentless pursuit of sovereignty, creating a Russia that is both admired and feared. In December 2024, Putin declared 2025 the year of the defender of the fatherland, a move meant to celebrate the Soviet victory in World War II, while reinforcing his image as the protector of Russian pride. By October 2025, speaking at the Valdai Discussion Club, he announced the dawn of a multipolar world order, declaring the end of Western dominance and positioning Russia as a cornerstone of a new global power axis alongside China and India. Diplomatically, Putin has tightened Russia's grip on Central Asia, hosting summits with the leaders of Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Azerbaijan, and engaging in global dialogues with figures like President Erdogan and Prime Minister Modi. Domestically, he introduced a fuel price moratorium to stabilize the economy amid deepening sanctions and rising inflation, all while rewarding loyalists like General Gerasimov and Foreign Minister Lavrov with Russia's highest honors. Culturally, Putin's revival of the Intervision Song Contest showcased his commitment to reclaiming Russia's global influence beyond the battlefield, using soft power to rival the West's cultural dominance. Now, at 73, Putin celebrates not with luxury, but with power. Meetings, strategy sessions, and calls that keep him firmly at the center of Russia's fate. Love him or loathe him, Putin remains a force that defines the 21st century. A man whose rule has reshaped nations, reignited Cold War tensions, and redefined what it means to command global power. Vladimir Putin's life blurs the line between reality and legend. From a Soviet spy in Dresden to the ruler of one of the most powerful nations on Earth, his journey is a masterclass in control of power, image, and destiny. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more global luxury stories.